Our guest today has a fantastic mission that proves that you can be passionate about both gourmet coffee and sanctity of life. He puts those two together. John Lillis is the founder of LifeBoat Coffee, which fancies itself as America's original and finest pro-life coffee company. John, welcome. We're so glad to have you with us.
Your Excellency, thank you so much for that warm welcome. I'm glad to be here too. And Victoria, hello.
Hi.
I hope you weren't offended. I don't know if you heard me say that it's really not the coffee that I like, it's really the cream and sugar.
I did hear you on the back channel, Your Excellency, and I have to say that you make up a large populace, a segment of the population, I should say, of the 70% or so that drink coffee every day, about 40% require cream and sugar.
Oh yeah. Well, for me, it's an absolute requirement. And I understand you have a background in the Coast Guard and broadcasting, so this is easy for you. And you're the father of 7, which is amazing. So how did you end up roasting coffee? And is this kind of an homage to your military experience?
Wow, what a great barrage of questions. So let me start this way. I got into coffee by accident. I was doing Catholic radio programming in Sioux City, Iowa, of all places. And there was a pro-life group that always wanted to be on my afternoon program, which was great. And one day they invited me to their place and said, hey, you need to check out our center. And I was there. And I realized that they have this giant space. The Knights of Columbus have put in a sonogram and all those accoutrements, but they had about 5,000 square feet left over. And in the back, their claim to fame was they were adjacent to Planned Parenthood. So wrapping this part up, I said, let me knock a hole in your wall. Let's do a live program Tuesday morning from 6 a.m. to whenever, because that's when Planned Parenthood kills the unborn. And they agreed. And we had this beautiful live program on Tuesdays called Tuesdays with Mommy. And then the board started fighting. And at the end of the day, they said, how can we support this effort? And I said, build a coffee shop. And that's kind of the teaser of how it all started.
Interesting.
It was quite by accident.
Okay, so, and I know you hand roast your coffees. There's over 25 varieties. What is the most popular flavor? And I'm asking this as someone who is not a coffee drinker.
Okay, so of the 25 different coffees that we roast, I'm a native-born San Franciscan, so it just so happens that the port of San Francisco, a very dark coffee, is our most popular coffee. Americans tend to drink dark coffee.
What does that say about us?
I'm not sure. What do you think?
I don't know what that even means, dark coffee. What does that mean, like
Charles
a
does.
richer taste?
Yeah, very, very dense, very, strong flavor, I guess. I don't know. Like I said, I'm into the cream and the sugar. So. But it is good to have that taste in the background, that coffee taste. All right, so most importantly, John, what type of pro-life groups are you able to support from what happens with your sale of coffee? Because that, I think, is the most unique thing about your company.
Yeah, and thank you. When we started in 2013, we were, as I say, the first to do it. But I made this agreement with pro-life groups. Look, you tell your folks to support you. You buy the coffee, we'll give you, back then it was 10% of the net sales. So over the years, we developed more software. Pro-life groups sign up, they download a logo and an ID, and then people purchase coffee to support them. That's kind of the big umbrella way that we support pro-life groups. And then we had a charity for a long run, about 10 years, where we put all of our money into fighting Roe v. Wade. We had a foundation, not a foundation, but a nonprofit, where we raised money under my birth name, Bruce Nixon, and we funneled money to Oklahoma and to the lawyers, and we probably spent a few $100,000 trying to bring down Roe v. Wade, both in Oklahoma and nationally. So that's where the bulk of our efforts have been in the first 12 years, is individual pro-life groups and broader legislative issues.
That's great. Any chance of like a coffee being created for Catholic TV?
You know, I was really honored that I was asked to help sponsor the telethon this past telethon, and I realized then that I needed to create in my mind's eye a special Catholic TV blend. Perhaps for next year, we can get that rolling for you. But yeah, absolutely. What we need to do though is I need to come there and give you a sampling of a bunch of coffees with cream and sugar, so you can pick the one you want.
Because seriously, now you would do this for certain groups or organizations,
Absolutely.
right?
I do it. I have about 12 different private label brands that we support right now. All of them are religious or pro-life in nature. You know, we do churches, pro-life groups, and then there's just people that buy the coffee and, you know, at wholesale to give out maybe in their coffee cart or their coffee truck.
Okay,
So we do all that. Yeah.
great.
I love it. And I would love some ice cream too, some coffee flavored ice cream. All right, but for those who drink coffee, where can they buy LifeBoat and learn more about your mission? Because there's a great story on your website which gave a little bit more details than we were able to get into here.
Yeah, I appreciate that. For your audience, they can go to lifeboatcoffee.com. Right now, I've got a great special online just for your viewers. It's a Catholic TV exclusive. They can get a 2-pound bag of coffee and a crewmate's mug for just $45. So you can log on and see that right on our homepage. Or they can just simply call us here in the roastery at 623-205-8542. Again, that's 623-205-8542. Those are the two primary ways we have set up, especially for that special for your audience today, because you're not going to get most of the stuff retails over $100. Coffee is pure madness right now.
That's just great. Hey, John, thank you again so much for supporting our telethon of late, and also for this potential idea of creating a Catholic TV coffee. We'll have to think about
Or
this.
a Bishop Reed coffee. I think that would be even more cool.
I might think Catholic TV would be better. Yeah.
Both.
Yeah, anyway, both. And John, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. God bless those 7 kids of yours.
And 6 grandkids.
And 6 grandkids, too.
Wow.
Okay, Gramps, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, Your Excellency. Victoria, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.